We either follow Christ and we pick up our cross, and that means that we are going to voluntarily go to the hill of crucifixion. Eventually, it's going to come to a place where it's either you are or you are not. And I hate to tell you, or I hate to think this way, but as weak and flimsy as believers are here in America, that we sway because somebody hurt us in church, or we sway because somebody said something that I didn't like, or what, we always define God by people, which is completely unfair and unbiblical. It's nonsense. And if that's you, I'm sorry if that hurt your feelings, but you need to get over yourself, because there's no person ever since the beginning of time who has been perfect and has lived life perfect except for Jesus Christ. So you cannot hold people to the standard of being Jesus Christ, the Messiah, and never hurting you or upsetting you. It happens. I'm not saying what they did is right. I'm not saying how you feel is wrong. What I'm saying is, don't be so short-sighted that you allow the enemy to get a foothold in your heart and in your mind to where you can't forgive, because the Bible clearly says that if you do not forgive, you will not be forgiven. That's not my rule. That's not my standard. That's what the Word says. So, let's go on. Live in Christ, you will be blessed, for the glorious Spirit of God rests upon you. If you suffer, however, it must not be for murder, stealing, making trouble, or prying into other people's affairs. He said, listen, if you're doing things you ain't supposed to and you're suffering, that ain't what we're talking about. So apparently, he knew we were going to be rereading this today, because we do that, right? Like, oh, the Bible said this. Oh, I'm suffering. I must be doing it for the Lord. No, you just a selfish jerk. So, verse 16, but it is no shame to suffer for being a Christian. Praise God for the privilege of being called by his name. So it is a privilege